Okay, so I just wanted to share this vision that I was having just now. Um, so I've been for the past few days I've been helping a friend of mine out, and we've been cleaning her house. Me and my husband, we've been cleaning her house, and we were. The Lord told us to wash everything, to clean everything, to throw everything out that is unnecessary. And when she hit me up, she told me she needed to get her house in order. And it was when she told me this, immediately I knew like I needed to come and help her. And because the Lord had given me the same word a few days before she even contacted me. And I didn't give her my number. A friend of mine gave her my number. And it was unexpected. And it was a couple of days before that, I heard the Lord speak to me, and He gave me a message, and He told me to get your house in order. So me and my husband, we came here, and we just started to clean, and we just started to throw everything away, and we just started to help her. And it's been 3 days that we've been here, just taking everything out, cleaning everything. And the Lord told me this morning, He said, I'm going to do something in her house today. I'm going to do something in her today. And right when we were finishing up, we were close to the ending. All of a sudden, she started becoming very dizzy. She started being very feeling weird in her body. And then the Lord said, "Stop what you're doing, stop cleaning, and start praying for her." And so we just started praying for her. And sure enough, the Lord's presence came in so strong, and healing came to her immediately, and deliverance came to her like right after. And while we were praying for her, the Lord was just doing something personally inside of her. And that was what was going on for her. But then she laid down, and the Lord just still kept on. Even after I closed off in prayer, we took communion, and I seen the Lord had closed the doors, and I seen whatever was kicked out in the spirit was kicked out for good. And I saw those doors closed off, and we sealed it up, and the Lord told me to seal it up. And we took communion, and we partook. And man, the Lord came in like so beautifully. He came in, His presence was so thick in her house. And for the past 3 days, I've just been feeling the Lord's presence come in, like just very, very, very like heavy. And His peace was coming in. And as I cleaned the room, I would clean every room in her house, and I could just feel the peace of the Lord was just spreading and spreading and spreading. His presence was getting so heavy. And today, the third day, His presence was so thick in here that we had church here in the in her house. And when we started to pray, the Lord, even after we took communion, the Lord still was moving. And I was seeing like different visions. I was showing different visions. And one of the visions that I was seeing as I was praying for her was chariots. I saw horses, and I saw the Lord riding on the chariot, and I saw these horses going downhill, but they were like circling, but they were spiraling down. And I saw the chariots, and I saw the horses. I saw horses, and I saw that they were like on fire. The horses were on fire, and it looked like I was riding on one of the horses, and I thought it was so cool. And I could like see everything, and I was praying in tongues, and I was praying, and this is what I was seeing. And then I started to pray for the second coming, and then the Lord showed me he was coming back, and I heard him say, I'm coming back for my bride. And what the Lord told me, he said, what you were doing while you were cleaning her house, he told me you were prepping her, and you were prepping her house, and it was like we were prepping the earth also. And it was like we were spreading an oil, a saturating oil. And then as I was praying, I kept on seeing a cloud. The Lord showed me a cloud. I saw this dark cloud, and I saw him sitting on the cloud. He was like sitting on the throne, and he was sitting on a cloud, and I saw this cloud just coming down, and it was descending, but I was also seeing the chariots as well. And I saw this cloud coming down, and it finally reached earth. I saw that the chariots reached earth, and the Lord, I saw him sitting down as if he landed like a plane. And I saw he sat down, and then he pulled out a sword, a huge sword. And he said, I'm coming to judge the earth. And he said, I'm coming to judge both great and small. And he said, I'm coming to judge everything that was said and everything that has been done. And he said, I'm coming to judge the disobedient. And he said, I'm coming to judge the living and the dead. And he said, I already judged the heavens. And he said, now I'm judging the earth. And he said the earth was the last one because it was so corrupted. And then he said, my bride is ready. And what I saw was, I saw him prepping. And I saw oils. And the Lord showed me the story of Jesus when he was getting saturated by Mary. She came with a very expensive oil, and she saturated Jesus with this oil, and she saturated his body, and everybody was mad because she saturated him, but it was necessary. Jesus said what she did was she prepared me for my burial. And the Lord was showing me what he's going to do and what he is doing right now. He's showing me that the oil was the preparation stages, and before the new can come, this oil had to prepare. It had to be spilled, and it had to be saturated on Jesus, and it had to be saturated on Jesus's body. And this oil was put on his feet, was put on his body, was put on his head, and it was saturating his body. And it was preparing him for what was to come. And what was going to happen was that his body was going to be broken. He was going to receive the punishments. So this oil was preparing him for what was to come. And the Lord showed me that the oil has been saturated all over the earth. It has been saturated, and it has been in this, the earth has been saturated with this oil, and it has been prepped, and it has been prepared. And now the punishments are gonna come. The punishments are gonna come. And once the punishments of the Lord, the judgments of the Lord, after the judgments of the Lord, we are going to come, and we are going to be with the Lord, and we are going to be with him, and he's going to come, and he's going to get us, and it's going to be the second coming. And when I was praying for the second coming, and I was hearing him saying, like all the angels, when he showed up, I saw him land, and I saw him, like the cloud was here, and I seen this cloud. It was like a judgment cloud, and it was lightning above him, and this cloud stayed above him. And I seen angels, and he said the revelation angels are here. They were descending along with him, and I saw him. He said, I'm sending out the judgment angels, the revelation angels, and he said, I'm sending them out one by one to do what I created them to do. And he said, I'm sending them out. And then I was seeing a vision of bodies. I saw bodies, like I saw 4 angels. I saw them throwing bodies. They were collecting bodies, and I saw, like, it almost formed like a pyramid. That's how many bodies that they were throwing, and I saw them just piling them up. They were all dead. All these people were dead, and they were throwing the bodies into this pile, and then they were leaving to go and collect some more. And I saw them, and I saw them spreading into different directions. So one was going north, one was going south, the other one was going east, and the other one was going west. And I saw them going and collecting, and they were all doing the same thing. They were going and they were going at the same time. They were collecting all from every part of the earth that they were collecting. And I saw the Lord coming, and he was sending out the angels. And one of the things that I saw that was very interesting, I saw the Lord's finger. I saw his pointing finger. And I was here. It was me, my friend, my husband, and I, and we were in the living room, and we were just like praying, and we were worshiping, and we were just feeling the presence of the Lord, and we were just inviting his presence into the room. And I just saw the Lord's finger come, and it was like smack dab in the middle of us. And I saw us hugging the Lord's finger, and I heard him say, you are ready to come and be with me. And he said, I have prepared the place that I was preparing for you. It's already prepared. And he said, you are ready to come and be with me. And I saw us hugging the Lord's finger, and I saw him, he was gonna go, every person who was holding onto his finger, he was going to take them with his finger. He was going to take them up and be with him. And every person who was holding on to him, they were going to be with him. And I saw them hugging his finger, and they were all like left. And I could even feel it in my body. And what I heard the Lord tell me, he said, I want you to bring the new heaven here. I want you to bring the new heaven. And the Lord started to show me the pure spiritual milk. And he said, it's going to be a place flowing with milk and honey. So this is the promised land. And he has been telling us that he's going to prepare a place for us. And for the past few days, the Lord has been telling me about this appointed place. And he said it's the promised land, it's the appointed place. And there many times in the Bible it talks about the appointed place. Like in John, I believe it's in chapter 14, he says, I'm leaving and I'm going to prepare a place for you. And he said, I'm coming, I'm gonna come back. But he said, right now I'm preparing that place. And in Revelations chapter 12, it says that the woman who was pregnant and she had the crown of 12 stars on her head, and she was clothed with the sun, with the moon underneath her feet. It said that after she had given birth, she was given wings, supernatural wings, and she flew to the appointed place. And even Moses, he said, God said, I'm taking my children out of Egypt and I'm bringing them to the promised land, to the appointed place. So there is a place that God has been preparing us for. And so the Lord was showing me this. He was showing me what he's planning on doing, and not only what he's planning on doing, but what he's doing right now. And this is what he showed me. He showed me my coming. He showed me the second coming. And out of nowhere, like, we just started praying and worshiping, and I was seeing the Lord. As I was praying, the Lord was showing me the second coming, and he was coming fast, very fast. And it was like not even in a matter of days. It was like now. The Lord showed me chariots, and I saw him coming, and I saw him sit down. He was sitting down on his throne. He came in a cloud and he sat down, and he pulled out his sword, and I saw him stand up. And I saw him, he was like from a sitting position. I saw him take out the sword, and he said, I'm coming to judge the living and the dead, those who are disobedient. I'm coming to judge like everyone for everything and what they have said and done. And he said, I'm coming to judge everything. He's coming to judge the earth. He's coming to judge the people. He's coming to judge the whole planet. He's coming to judge like every tree, every star, every nation, every language, every tongue. He's coming to judge it. And he said, I'm here. And he's sending out the angels. I saw him sending out the angels. And he said, the oil has been spilled. The oil has been prepared. He said, it's been prepared. It's already been saturated, and it was for my coming. And this oil was for, it's the oil of the Messiah. It's the oil that is the preparation. So the oil, another thing about the oil, the Lord was showing me, the oil is the preparation for the death that is to come. And it's also the preparation. It's an anointing. It's an oil. It's the oil for the new that is to come. So it's the killing of the old. Killing of what is everything that is old. It is going to die. Everything that is old is going to be removed. And the Lord told me, I saw another vision while I was here. I was praying, and then I had a key. I had a key in my hand, and I saw a big lock, and I saw a big gate, and I saw a light on the other side of that gate, and I saw it almost looked like a big fence, but it wasn't like really tall. It was just a barrier. And I saw this lock on this thing, and it was preventing. It was stopping the flow. And then I took this key and I unlocked it. And I heard the Lord tell me, unlock it. And I saw that I took the key and I unlocked it, and then it just bursted open. And it was like the light that was on the other side exploded, and I saw the whole fence collapse. And then this is when the Lord told me, he said, bring in the new heaven. And so this is what I started to do. I started to pray and bring in the new heaven. And man, when I tell you, the weight of the Lord came in so heavy. It came in so heavy, so thick, that me, my husband, and my friend, we were all laid out. It's like heaven here, heaven, and I can still feel it, heaven in the room. And as soon as I unlocked it, I just heard the Lord say, "Bring in the new heaven." And He said, "The old earth and the old heaven, the old heaven has been passed away." And He said, "Bring in the new heaven." And then what the Lord was showing me also, it was like another revelation apart from what I was seeing. He was saying the new heaven represented it represented experiencing the Lord in a whole new way, and deeper levels. And the Lord was showing me Christ, the second coming of Christ. And what the Lord was showing me was the first time that the Lord appeared to God's people. It was like when He appeared to us, it was to introduce Himself. It was to introduce Himself. And then the Lord told me, He said the second coming is to take us to be with Him. So it's like it's like when you get married, it says that when a man is about to get married, he leaves his father and mother to go and be united with his wife. And this is what the Lord is showing me right now. He's showing me His bride, and He told me my bride, and He said my bride is coming to be with me. And He said, like, what does that happen? Like the father and mother is like here, like the earth. This is where where we first started. But God is saying, I'm coming to bring you to be united with me and what I created you for. We were this earth, we're here temporarily, just like it says a man leaves his father and mother. The covering of the father and mother is a preparation stage for what is to come. It's temporary. A man is not supposed to live under the covering of his father and mother forever. They're supposed to be, when they get older, it's supposed to be united with his wife as God permits him to. So, and Jesus said, I'm coming back for my bride. So He has been preparing us all this time for His coming. And the Lord was showing me, He said, the first time I came to you was to introduce Himself to us. And it was like us getting to know the Lord. And it was like we were dating the Lord, and now we're about to be married to Him. Now we're about to be united with Him. Now we're gonna go from being here, where we're kind of like at a distance. Right now we're under the covering of our fathers and mothers, but we're gonna be under Christ's covering. We're gonna be under God's covering. We're gonna be like with Him, united in heaven with Him. We're gonna have the new heaven here. We're gonna have the new Jerusalem here, and we're gonna be with Him. And the Lord was showing me, like, I'm coming to get you so you can be under my covering, and you're gonna be under me. And it's no longer gonna be, we're no longer gonna be like here. We're gonna have like everything new. And the Lord was showing me like a vision of a big feast. I saw a feast, and I saw like a huge table, and I saw a bunch of people, and I saw Jesus, and I saw Him, how He was doing. When He was here, He was breaking the bread and He was drinking, and I saw Him breaking the bread, and I saw like we're gonna be with Him. And when I saw Him giving us the bread personally, and it was not like we were seeing Him like like how we see him now. The Lord he was showing me like it's gonna be like how he was when he was here. So, and we were partaking, we were taking the bread personally from his hands. We were drinking from the cup that he gave to us from his hands, and we're gonna be able to see him, be with him, sit with him, talk with him, and it's gonna be face to face this time. He's not gonna introduce himself. He's going to come the second time. He said the second time when he comes, it's going to be a new experience with the Lord. And this is what the Lord was showing me in her room, in her house. I saw God like never before, and I seen him so thick in this house, in the living room. He was so thick. His presence was so thick. It's so, everybody right now, they're all laid out. My husband's laid out, she's laid out, I'm the only one that's up, but his presence is so thick. It's still here, and it's so thick that it's filling the room, and it's spreading throughout the entire room. And his presence is so thick, but he's about to introduce himself. Like, he's about not to introduce himself, but he's about to come and he's already here. The Lord we're about to experience him like never before. And I started to pray like never before. The Lord started to show me, like, I want to be like Paul, how Paul said, I want to know how high, how deep, how wide, and how high is your love for me. And God wants us to go deeper. He wants us to experience him on a more intimate level, not like like a high and by level, because like I said, when he first came, it was like to introduce himself. That's like when you meet your husband or you meet your wife for the first time, you say hi. That's it's special, and you get to know them. And then the more you spend time with them, the more you fall in love with them. And it's the same thing. Jesus is here, and he was waiting this whole time for us to just know him, just to get to know him. That's why he says, like, he said, if you don't know me, he said, I will tell you, depart from me, for you, I never knew you. I never had a relationship with you. But, for those who he introduced himself to, he said hi, and we said hi back, and we just got to know him on a deeper level. Oh my Lord, we just got to know him on a deeper level. And now he's gonna be like, okay, now I'm gonna take you to be my bride. I'm gonna take you to be one with me, like on a whole nother level, like on a deeper level. And we're gonna be one with him, and we're gonna see him, and we're gonna be able to hug him. For me, my heart's desire is I just been asking the Lord. I said, Lord, I love you so much. I love you so much. And just even that, just me loving him. When I first got to know him, when I first started following the Lord, when he showed me his grace, I told the Lord, I was honest with the Lord. I said, I don't love you because I didn't know him. I didn't know him personally. I didn't know how good he was. I didn't taste how good he was yet. And along the way, the Lord started to reveal himself to me more and more, and I just started to get to know him. And then out of nowhere, I just started saying, Lord, I love you, I love you, I love you. And now that love for the Lord has gone so much deeper, so much beyond that my prayer, my heart's desire was like, Lord, I want to... I've been praying. I said, Lord, I just want to hug you. I want to hug you. I want to hug you. Like, I just want to hug you. I want to wrap my arms around you. Like, that's how intimate that the Lord wants to be with his people. He wants us to desire him. He wants us to desire him. He wants us to have so much love for him that this world, Like, it doesn't even matter. He said, we are not even of this world. So why are you even so concerned about what is going on around you if your eyes were just focused on the Lord? If your heart and your mind was all focused on the Lord, he says, set your heart and set your mind on things that are above, because he's like, I'm coming back. And I'm coming back for my bride, for the one that was ready, for the one that knew me. And he said, I'm coming back for those who are ready. And he said, I'm coming back for those who know me. I'm coming back for those who love me, for the ones that chose me over this world. He said, I'm coming back. And when he was showing me a vision that he was coming now. And for God's people, we should be so happy. We should be always ready. He said, be ready, because you don't know the day, the time, or the hour. But when I saw this vision, the Lord showed me he had set, and then I heard him say, it is the time. It is the appointed time. It is the appointed day. It is the appointed hour. And he said, I am here. And he said, I am here. So, and I saw his angels. I saw his angels coming, and I saw them going. I saw them going, and I just started praying. And then one of the other things I saw, and I'm gonna end with this. What I was seeing, I saw a bird, like it looked like an eagle, and this eagle was set on fire. This eagle was set on fire. And I just saw this eagle with his wings spread out. And I heard this bird, this eagle, it was set on fire, and I heard this bird praying in tongues. This bird was, and as it prayed in tongues, it was setting it on fire. It was setting the world on fire. I saw this thing just going. It was spreading this fire. I saw this fire. So I just wanted to share my vision. And I just pray that God will meet you right where you are. And I pray that you are ready for his second coming.